People watch me on YouTube and are not members of LeskoHelp. I mean, initially I use YouTube to, just advertise more or less and educate people about, the services I have. And I see now there's a lot of people really can't afford it, even though I try to keep it cheap as hell, $20. But I want to try to help everybody. I'd do all this for free if I could, but my mortgage guy wouldn't appreciate it. So I'm trying to always find a balance between helping people for free and charging so we could just stay alive and keep doing this. But the most important thing to me too is that you get the information. I mean, that's the bottom line. And the other problem that makes it complicated when I try to answer questions and discussions I get in YouTube, it's mostly scams. People in there trying to scam the people that have legitimate questions. So I took it off for a while, no questions, and but then I can't help people. So here's what I decided to do. Now I'm going to take it off for a while. There's no more questions. Discussion, but in the description I'm going to put this link which solves a lot of problems that people have. So I want to teach you, when you have frustrating trying to get government grants, how to go up the next step. In other words, they told you that you can't get it. They told you that it's no more money. They tell you all kinds of things, and still you're sitting there out of luck. Or you've tried 100 times, they haven't, the system isn't working well enough to get you the money yet, and you don't know what to do. So here's what to do. This is 3 steps to research harder when you can't get the government grants you need. It's sort of a 1, 2, 3 punch because sometimes you got to fight harder. And this is how to fight harder to get the government grants that you're eligible for and need. Okay, number 1, okay, there's links here in this report that's in the description bottom. The links here, there's 2 videos. Now, this is the most important thing, I think, is that you have to find people locally that solve problems like you have. You're not the first one in the world to have this problem, like being out of money, being out of a home, being out of a job, being out of all this kind of stuff. So what you have to do is find people who are professionals in this to understand how this system works where you live, to see what you could take advantage of. Now, there's no guarantee it's 100%, but this is the next step. Then you have to ratchet up another level after this. But you call these offices that I teach you how to do that in the first step. And you have it's sitting on the phone and calling. There's no shortcut to this. You could bitch and moan as much as you want about how bad the government is and they're not doing it right, but you're still going to be broke. You could bitch and moan about how bad they're not handling your problem, but you'll still be broke. So you have to use everything in your, that you possibly have in your own resources to get through those problems, to get over those problems, to get around those problems. Nobody's perfect out there, just like we're not, but we want everybody else to be, but they're not. So you got to use your effort to get around. So that's the first step. It tells you how to find all those organizations, okay? Locally, statewide, and even national, that help problems like yours, and they're the best one to know. And you don't call and say, hey, I want money. Hey, give me money. No. You want help, okay? So that's it. You don't want to piss people off because they don't want to talk to angry people, even though you're angry as hell inside. Okay. Second one is your elected official. Okay, this has to find out all the elected officials, and it's the same way there. It's a numbers game. It's a numbers game. You don't call one elected official and hope they're going to, get on their white horse and charge up and ride up to your front door. And, here's the grant money, lady. Sorry we're late. And they ride away in the sunset. That's not going to happen. And you will find somebody if you make enough calls. Your chances increase the more you call. And I find that's what the second list. I give you all the sources to do that. Okay, now the third source, number 3. Did we cover 1 and 2? Yes, I guess so. We're on number 3. I can't even hold my fingers. 3. Boy, when you get old, you get cranky too. But okay, number 3 is how to talk to people. Okay, you don't yell and scream and shout like I do. Well, sometimes you have to get their attention. But it's how you talk to people. That's the moment. And how you talk to the lady you live with. I think she just walked into the house here. And that's it. So these are research techniques. So when you get on the phone and talk to me, how do you do that? You don't yell and scream. You don't complain about how bad they are. Nobody wants to hear that. You want me to help you, and you're telling me I'm a lousy son of a bitch? I just want to get rid of you. Yeah, and don't forget, they get the same paycheck, whether they help you for free for 2 months or whatever, or if they hang up on you. And it's human nature to want to help other people. So give them a chance. Give them a chance. You be nice because you want them to know that you're a nice person that needs help, not a crazy lady or man or a mean bastard. No, you're humble and need help. But you have the perseverance and stamina to keep at it until you get it, because that's the number one key on all this. The number one key is not knowing who to call. The number one key is not knowing the application. No, that's way down the list. The number one key is having the perseverance to keep going when all this stuff says no. So these 3 items are the next step that you have to take if you really want the help. If you don't want the help, I don't want to force money down your throat. All I know, there's billions and billions and billions. There are trillions even. So much of it's not even coming out because people, the average person on the street has no idea how complicated this is. And that doesn't matter. Don't let complication, ruin your day. Just make complication be another little puzzle you got to work out. We all have to work out these little puzzles in life, and they're not. Nobody, you don't need a PhD or a rocket scientist to do these. No, you just need some perseverance. And when things get negative, no, you just got to pick your ass up and do it again, and have another place to go to try. And that's what I do, I hope, is tell you new places to go you never thought of, because that's where the money is. The money is never places you think of, but that's what I do, is give you places to go. And I love telling people where to go. So I hope this helps, and get away of the scammers and the sharks that are in the description on Facebook. Or YouTube. I mean, and there's some on Facebook too. Anybody who says they're me and they're emailing you or texting you or calling you, that's not me. You have to call me, and that's the way. And that's why the LeskoHelp.com is the way we act interactively with people. It's hard to do on YouTube, but there's intelligence there. I hate taking off the conversation because it's where I get information about what problems are out there, and I'm getting a lot of that too on Facebook. But there are people who pay the $20 that we ask. So I don't want to lose you. I have an email too for you if you need me. It's LeskoHelp@gmail.com. You can always try that. Is the best place for the service, or join is the best place. I answer all the questions on LeskoHelp. And when you start a question, I answer them. So that's the important thing. And the other research, that's where they really get into us. But the people who don't have the money, I feel, I have an obligation for that too. These are all government programs we all pay for. There shouldn't be just the rich people. That's why I started doing this for consumers, because the rich people pay thousands and millions to get a hold of this stuff. And I said, the rest of the people they need it more. The rich people don't need this stuff anymore. Why are we helping rich people? They're rich. It seems like a community should be helping the people aren't so rich, right? To get their lives better, and I don't understand that. But the government sort of thinks the church for the rich people. And that doesn't seem fair. I mean, it tries, and we just have to work at it to make it better. Okay? Talk to you soon.
May the source be with you.